Hi, so you think you want to work for Wet Nose's Pet Sitting as a pet sitter, but you want to know what the application process is like first. So that's fair. We are very thorough, which means that it does take a little bit of time to get through our application process, and there are quite a few steps. So first off, if you want to apply, you go to our website and fill out our application. It's an online form, so you just go ahead and go through all the questions. It does have some questions about your schedule and what experience you have, and kind of just some questions about some animal knowledge, so you can answer those. If we decide that we're interested in setting up an interview with you, what we will do is we will send you an email that has a link to a calendar application so you can choose your interview time, and you can also fill out a personality test that we will email to you. So you're going to have to go ahead and print this out, fill in all the responses, and either scan or take a picture of it and send it back to us. This can be a little bit daunting for some people. It is a multiple page personality test, but don't worry about it. There's no right or wrong answers. So just go ahead and fill it out with your first possible responses that you come to mind, and you'll be fine. So we've chosen to have you set up their interview, and what we're going to do is it's either going to be on an application like Skype or Zoom or possibly over the phone, but we'll give you those details when you're setting it up. So we'll have that interview. During that interview, we pretty much ask you more about your schedule and your experience, and it's just really time to get to know you, as well as a good time for you to ask us any questions that you have about the interview. This typically takes 30 minutes or less, and that's kind of the time that we schedule you for, so just kind of anticipate that time period being set aside. Once you've gotten through that interview, if you're still interested, we really are looking for a goodness of fit. So we really ask that you think about whether this is the lifestyle and the job that you're interested in doing. We always joke about the fact that pet sitting is a lifestyle choice. It's not just a job. So if you decide that it is still a good position for you and we feel like it's still a good match, then we're going to bring you back for a second interview. At this point, this will actually be in person, and we're going to have you meet with one of the managers. Oftentimes it's me, but sometimes it's another manager. And you're going to sit down and you're going to go over the results of your personality test and answer some questions about that, as well as just kind of dive deeper into some of your experience and also answer any more questions that you've had come up during that time. So it's a really good chance to, again, get all of your questions answered. So after the second interview, if this is all still a good match and we decide to move ahead, what we do at that point is, with client's permission, we actually send you out on a couple visits with another sitter. We talk to your references first to make sure that there's no problems there, but after that we get permission from clients and we have you go out on a couple visits. This gives you a good chance to see how the visits actually work and gives us a good chance to see how you interact with animals and handle responsibility. So this is it's a fun time to just kind of go out. You go out with another sitter. Sometimes it's a manager and sometimes it's just another sitter on staff that does training for us. So in that case, you are going to get a chance to ask them some questions about what it's like to work for us, what it's like to be a full-time pet sitter or a part-time pet sitter, and just kind of get some more information. At that point, if this is still a great match, then what we actually do is start to run your background check, and we bring you back for your hiring process. In the state of Colorado, we actually cannot run a background check on you until you have been technically hired, so we do those in conjunction. We hire you on the stipulation that your background check will come out clean. So we bring you through the hiring process and we start your training and get you set up and going from there. So that's kind of what is involved in the entire application process. It can take anywhere from a week to 3 weeks, just kind of depending on your availability and on our availability and scheduling. So we try to get it done as quickly as possible so that you're not lingering in this hiring process, but that's what it looks like.